On July 1st, 2025, the ATLAS telescopes detected something that has put the global scientific community on high alert. An object the size of Manhattan is heading toward our solar system at a speed of 220,000 kilometers per hour. They called it 3E. Atlas, and according to a professor from Harvard, it's not an asteroid, it's not a comet, it's extraterrestrial technology, possibly hostile. Papa Vanga's predictions of first alien contact in 2025 are beginning to come true, and the governments of the world are preparing for what could be the most significant event in the history of humanity. But is there something they're not telling you? Something that could completely change your perspective on what is really approaching Earth. Stay with me, and I will reveal the whole truth about Tres and Atlas. From the most alarming theories to explanations that could either reassure you or terrify you even more. I am El DoQmentalista, and this is the complete story of the alien ship approaching Earth. The discovery that changed it all. To understand the magnitude of what we're facing, we need to start with the verifiable facts. On July 1st, 2025, the Atlas telescope system in Chile detected an object that shouldn't exist. 13 Atlas. It's the third confirmed object coming from outside our solar system. The other two were Oumuamua in 2017 and Comet Borisov in 2019. But Tres and Atlas is very different. First, its size. With an estimated length of between 20 and 24 kilometers, it is significantly larger than Manhattan. To put it in perspective, Oumuamua was only about 400 meters long. This object is 50 times larger. According to its speed, Tracy Atlas is traveling at more than 220,000 kilometers per hour, a speed that is unusually high even by interstellar standards. This speed would allow it to cross our entire solar system in less than a year. Third and most unsettling, its trajectory. According to orbital calculations, Tracy Atlas will pass near Venus, Mars, and Jupiter before approaching the Sun in October 2025. It's as if it was programmed to conduct a complete reconnaissance of our solar system. But what truly alarmed the scientific community wasn't these traits. It was the hypothesis of a respected Harvard professor who dared to propose publicly. The theory that nobody wanted to hear. Dr. Avi Loeb, a Harvard professor and one of the most renowned astronomers in the world, published an article on July 16th that shook the foundations of traditional astronomy. His proposal, Tres and Atlas, could be extraterrestrial technology with potentially hostile purposes. Loeb isn't a conspiracy theorist. He led the Breakthrough Listen project as a scientist. The most ambitious search for extraterrestrial intelligence in history. When he suggests that something could be technologically alien, the community is forced to pay attention. His analysis shows Tres and Atlas have traits of a reconnaissance ship built to study habitable solar systems. The extreme speed would allow for a quick escape after collecting data. The trajectory would provide optimal views of all the major planets. But there's an even more disturbing detail in Loeb's theory that suggests Tres and Atlas could be planting devices while navigating through the solar system. Small probes or surveillance technology that could be left behind to monitor Earth after the main object moves away. We shouldn't assume anything, said Loeb in an interview. We should assess the risk, given the data we have. We need to put all possibilities on the table. What is it? A rock, a comet, or something else? Until we get the evidence that tells us what it really is. This statement from a Harvard scientist sent shockwaves through the global media. For the first time in modern history, a respected academic was publicly suggesting that we might be visited by potentially dangerous alien technology. Baba Vanga's predictions. What makes this situation even more unsettling is that it seems to eerily fulfill Baba Vanga's predictions for 2025. The Bulgarian mystic, known for her accurate predictions about world events, had stated that 2025 would be the year of the first true contact with beings from other worlds. Specifically, Baba Vanga predicted that in 2025, objects from deep space would approach Earth, bringing with them knowledge that would change the destiny of humanity. She also warned that this contact might not be benevolent. Initially, according to the interpretations of her followers, Vanga had described city-sized objects that would approach during the final months of the year. Exactly the period when Tres and Atlas will reach their closest point to the sun. Even more disturbing, I had mentioned that these objects would come from the direction where the stars are densest. A description that matches perfectly with the trajectory of Tres and Atlas, which is approaching from the constellation Sagittarius toward the center of our galaxy. Baba Vanga's predictions also included warnings about false prophets who would deny the reality of contact and try to keep humanity in ignorance. Is she talking about the scientists dismissing the alien technology theory? The official response: cover-up or scientific caution. The reaction from National Aeronautics and Space Administration and the established astronomical community has been swift and categorical. 3. I-Atlas is simply a natural interstellar comet. It poses no threat to Earth, and there is no evidence that it is extraterrestrial technology. According to National Aeronautics and Space Administration's official statement, all observations indicate that this is an ordinary comet that was ejected from another solar system, just as billions of comets have been ejected from our own solar system. Official astronomers point out that Tracy Atlas shows typical features of cometary activity. A coma, that is, a gaseous atmosphere, and a tail that develops as it approaches the sun. For them, this is irrefutable evidence that it is a natural object made of ice and rock. Dr. Chris Lintott from the University of Oxford was more direct, calling Loeb's ideas nonsense and an obstacle to genuine scientific research. According to Lintott, these alien speculations distract resources and attention from real science. But a troubling question emerges. Is this a valid scientific response based on evidence, or a coordinated effort to calm the public amid possible extraterrestrial contact? According to other sources, there are significant internal divisions within the astronomical community, while public statements are uniformly skeptical about the alien hypothesis. In private, many scientists admit that the features of Tres and Atlas are indeed unusual, features that they cannot explain. Despite the reassuring official statements, there are aspects of Tres and Atlas that continue to puzzle scientists and fuel theories of extraterrestrial technology. First, the anomalous acceleration. Just like Oumuamua before it, Tres and Atlas are showing changes in speed that can't be fully explained by solar gravity or the typical rocket effect of comets when they release gases. Second, the reflective composition. Initial spectral analyses show a surface on Tres I-Atlas that reflects light in an unusual way, more similar to polished metal than to the typical porous rock of comets. This could indicate an artificial surface. Third, the lack of fragmentation. Most comets that come this close to the solar system begin to disintegrate due to the extreme heat from our star. 3. I-Atlas, however, maintains its structural integrity, suggesting a more robust construction than expected. Fourth, the electromagnetic emissions. Although National Aeronautics and Space Administration has not confirmed this publicly, there are reports that several radio telescopes have detected low-intensity emissions coming from the direction of 3 I-Atlas. These emissions do not match the expected pattern of a natural comet. Fifth, the stable rotation. Comets typically have erratic rotations due to the uneven release of gases. 3. And Atlas maintains a surprisingly stable rotation, as if it were being controlled artificially. Do you see why some scientists question the official narrative? Let me know in the comments if you think these anomalies are enough to seriously consider the possibility of extraterrestrial technology. What we might really be facing if we assume for a moment that the LOEF is right. And if Tracy Atlas is indeed extraterrestrial technology, what kind of mission could it be carrying out? Theory 1. Reconnaissance. Tracy Atlas could be an automated probe sent to evaluate our solar system and determine the level of technological development of humanity. Its trajectory would allow it to study all the major planets and detect signs of advanced civilization. Theory 2. Preparation. The object could be deploying tracking or communication technology that will remain in our solar system after TRES and Atlas move away. This would establish a permanent surveillance network. Theory 3. Response test. The mission could be to evaluate how humanity reacts to the presence of obviously alien technology. Our responses could determine whether we are considered a threat, a potential ally, or irrelevant. Theory 4. Warning. In the most optimistic scenario, 3 and Atlas could be a benevolent contact mission, designed to gradually prepare humanity for official contact. Their slow and visible approach could be intentional to get us used to the idea. Theory 5. Evacuation. In the most disturbing scenario, 3 and Atlas. It could be a rescue mission sent by a civilization that has detected an existential threat heading toward Earth. Maybe a cosmic event that we haven't detected yet? While public statements remain calm, there is reportedly quiet preparation at the highest levels of government and the scientific community. Several military observatories have redirected their resources for the continuous monitoring of TRES-I Atlas. This includes classified facilities that normally focus on terrestrial threats. The United Nations' secret extraterrestrial contact protocols, created in 2010, have been activated for the first time. This covers information management, international coordination, and population preparedness procedures. Special agencies from multiple countries have begun discussions about a possible interception mission. CITRES and ATLAS. It shows signs of hostile tech, although publicly it is presented as impossible due to the speed of the object. Privately, contingency plans are being developed. After all we've explored, it's important to keep things in perspective. Despite the unsettling theories and speculations, the most likely reality is significantly less alarming. The international scientific community, with all its expertise and advanced technology, is in consensus. TRES-I Atlas is a natural interstellar comet. The anomalies we've discussed can be explained by our limited understanding of these extremely rare objects. Let's remember that we've only observed 3 interstellar objects in modern history. Our models of how they should behave are based on an extraordinarily small sample. It's natural for each new discovery to challenge our expectations. Regardless of the real nature of TRES and Atlas, this event has taught us several valuable lessons about how humanity handles the possibility of extraterrestrial contact. We have seen how the scientific community deals with extraordinary hypotheses with healthy skepticism, but also with a tendency to prematurely dismiss ideas that challenge the established paradigm. We have witnessed how predictions and conspiracy theories can align with real events, creating the illusion of prophetic validation, when in reality it is a matter of coincidences or forced interpretations. We've learned that even respected scientists can propose controversial ideas when justified by data, challenging consensus for rigorous research. The ultimate truth. After examining all the available evidence, from the most alarming theories to the most mundane explanations, the most honest conclusion that I, as El DoQmentalista, can share with you is that we simply do not know with absolute certainty what the hell TRES and Atlas could be, an extraordinarily large interstellar comet with almost unusual but natural characteristics. Could it be extraterrestrial technology on a peaceful reconnaissance mission? Could it be something completely different that we haven't even considered yet? But what we do know is that it does not pose an immediate threat to Earth. That it is being constantly monitored by the world's best scientists, and that the coming months will provide us with more data to reach definitive conclusions. The beauty of science is that it is designed to be self-correcting. If Tres and Atlas are indeed alien technology, the evidence will eventually be irrefutable. But if it's a natural comet, the data will confirm that conclusion. Whether Tres and Atlas turn out to be rocky visitors from the stars or the first genuine contact with extraterrestrial intelligence, this event marks a significant moment in human history. Do you think Tracy Atlas is alien technology or a natural phenomenon? Are you ready for the possibility that we're not alone in the universe? What do you think is more likely, that scientists are hiding the truth, or that they are genuinely being cautious with an extraordinary hypothesis? I'm El DoQmentalista, and this was... Scientists confirm an extraterrestrial spacecraft is approaching Earth.